My knees started to hurt. It got so bad I couldn't walk very far. When I came in for my first consultation, he told me he'd get me back. They treated me well, and they came through on their promises.
Many people are told they need a new hip or knee because they're bone on bone. But if there's just a sliver of cartilage left, we can help.
It's a whole lot better than it was when I started this program.
Call 844-200-PAIN to schedule your no-cost consultation.
Look, we knew the other side would make up lies about me to scare you. Now they're claiming I want to defund the police and abolish ICE. That's a lie. I'll make sure our police have the resources and training they need to keep our communities safe. And that our communities have the resources to stop crime before it happens. I'll bring back manufacturing. And I'll pass a middle-class tax cut. And if that's too scary for Washington, then so be it. I'm Mandela Barnes, and I approve this message.
Straight ahead, Christopher Anderson's accomplice was in court today. We'll hear about his role in Hannah Miller's murder. Plus, overturning Roe v. Wade has changed political races across the country. We'll hear the stance of the two Wisconsin candidates for Senate. And how to know how much medicine to give your kids. We'll have the details as your local news starts right now.
Your local news and weather from where you live. News Watch 12 at 5 starts now.
Good evening and welcome to News Watch 12 at 5. I'm Dan Hagan. It was exactly 2 weeks ago today when Christopher Anderson was convicted for murdering Rhinelander's Hannah Miller. Today, Anderson's accomplice learned his sentence as Miller's family continues to seek justice. Seth Wakefield, age 26, was sentenced to a total of 12 years in state supervision. Oneida County Circuit Court Judge Michael Bloom said that even though Wakefield did not commit the act of murdering Miller, he still has blood on his hands.
Detective Gensler described the information that Mr. Wakefield had provided, and the detail that always stuck in my mind was when I asked Detective Gensler, did he say anything about why he didn't pipe up, do something? And the detective said he thought it wasn't his business.
Judge Bloom went on to remind everyone that Wakefield had rented a moving truck to monitor Miller's apartment complex leading up to the June 2021 murder. Wakefield's total sentence will be split up between 5.5 years of initial incarceration as well as 6.5 years of extended supervision. Chief Meteorologist Jeff Weller joins us now. Jeff, kind of felt like a return to summer today.
Yeah, mostly 70s out there today after a cool start this morning. 39 was the low in Rhinelander, 40 for Antigo, 38 for Merrill. A cool start to our day today, but then the sun came out and it's gorgeous outside right now. Plenty of sunshine, temperatures in the 70s, low humidity. We'll take it. And it's going to get a bit warmer tomorrow and Thursday, followed by a big change getting in here on Friday and Saturday. Right now it's 74, 72 for Antigo, 76 Wisconsin Rapids. So mostly 70s out here now. Tomorrow we'll likely see a couple 80s mixed in here and definitely be in the 80s for Thursday before a front comes our way Thursday night and Friday. Lots of clear skies across the Great Lakes and the Midwest once again. Our next chance for rain not getting in here until Friday night. I know. Until then, though, some dense fog is back in the forecast for us tonight and most likely tomorrow night as well. Our forecast then tonight, though, is mostly clear skies, some dense fog late with low temperatures down near 53. Your full forecast is coming up. Dan?
A Wausau man was arrested after a high-speed chase in Lincoln County last week. He was traveling over 100 miles per hour. A deputy initially attempted a traffic stop on Highway 51 near Merrill for an equipment violation. The deputy turned his lights on. The driver exited the highway and a parking lot of a closed business. The driver then got back on Highway 51, traveling north where speeds surpassed 100 miles per hour. A tire deflation device was used, allowing the deputies to eventually stop the vehicle in a ditch. The driver was taken into custody on a number of driving and drug violations. His name was not yet released. One person has died after a fatal crash at the Crandon International Raceway on Saturday. Ultra 4 racer Zandy Willems lost his life during the opening lap of the 4,400 race. Another two are being treated for life-threatening injuries. Ultra 4 USA owner Jason Robinette released a statement on Facebook Sunday morning expressing his dismay and giving his condolences to Willems' family. Before Sunday's race, Ultra 4 racers made a lap around the track in a missing man formation in honor of Willems. Mandela Barnes wants to reinstate reproductive rights for Wisconsinites. He said he would vote to make abortion access protected under law if elected. Roe v. Wade gave all Americans the right to an abortion for decades, but that was overturned by the Supreme Court this year, leaving abortion illegal in many states. Barnes said he would vote to give back abortion rights.
We need to abolish filibuster so we can codify Roe versus Wade once and for all, so we can make sure women have the freedom to make the best decision for them.
There's a similar effort to make marriage equality law. Barnes said he supports this as well. Barnes criticized Senator Ron Johnson's lack of support for abortion access and gay marriage.
Now, the problem here is Ron Johnson. His position on reproductive freedom is too extreme for Wisconsin. His waffling on marriage equality does not work because an overwhelming majority of people support it, and we're talking about people's freedom here.
Senator Johnson did not respond to our interview request, but has supported the abortion ban in Wisconsin. Governor Tony Evers today called for spending nearly $2 billion more on public K-12 schools. It would allow school spending to increase without higher property taxes. Evers' plan relies on tapping part of what is projected to be a $5 billion state budget surplus. Deciding how to spend that money will be the focus of the legislators' work next year as it evaluates the governor's budget proposal and passes its own two-year spending plan. The plan is meant to counter the increasing need for schools to go to referendum to receive additional school aid. And speaking of, the school district of Rhinelander is going to go to referendum this fall. If approved, the referendum would allow the district to exceed the revenue limit by $4 million per year for the next 4 years. The school district of Rhinelander will be hosting 4 community presentations with information about the upcoming operational referendum. The first of 4 presentations will be on September 27th at 10 a.m. in the Hodag Dome. There would be no anticipated property tax change if the November 8th referendum is approved. Taking care of your kids when they are sick can be tougher than some might think. Too little or too much medicine for your loved ones can cause more harm than help. Newswatch 12's Michael Lodholtz spoke with an Aspirus pharmacist to find out just how to keep your kids healthy.
The way you give liquid medications really depends, again, on the age of the child.
Pharmacist Megan Fleischman says it is important for parents to be cautious when giving medicine to children of all ages.
Because children are so much smaller, they need a much smaller medication dose in order to achieve the same effect.
Children can take medicine in many different ways. There are inhalers, topical agents, suppositories, and liquid medications.
If you're not giving them the proper dosage with that, you're not going to be treating the infection. Therefore, that can lead to long-lasting damage, of course, if the infection is still there.
Fleischman says parents should use medical syringes, measuring cups, or droppers to properly measure their medicine.
Doing something like overdosing the child, an example of where that would be dangerous is something like Tylenol. They can actually get liver damage from something like that. Any person would. So if you ever overdose your child and you realize it, make sure to call the Poison Control Center.
Pharmacists like Fleischman are also available for any medicine-related questions.
If you're ever in doubt about it or if you're questioning the dose, always ask the pharmacist.
Safety comes first, and there's more than just measuring properly when it comes to taking care of medicine in front of our younger generations.
Never refer to medication as like candy or other appealing names. This can usually tempt the child to try other pills or medications when you're not watching. So it's best just to refer to it what it is, medication.
In Rhinelander, Michael Lodholtz, Newswatch 12.
A local school district is collaborating with Habitat for Humanity. We'll hear about plans for a new house to be built. That's after Weather with Jeff right here on Newswatch 12.
Waiting for a great deal on furniture? Well, this is it. Slumberland Furniture has savings up to 50% off list prices, or in some cases, even more, at our Labor Day sale on now. Shop our big selection of sectionals, sofas, recliners, dining, and bedrooms. And shop the deals that are up to 50% off. Mattresses, too, with some up to 50% off. Don't forget, mattress shopping is uncomplicated and fast. Only at Slumberland. Come see how. Shop the huge Labor Day sale on now.
He wants to be a firefighter, a doctor, a teacher, and he wants to be their governor. But Tim Michaels said funding public schools is the definition of insanity.
We're already throwing so much money at education.
He'd drain millions from public schools to help fund private schools in Milwaukee, and even consider ending the Department of Public Instruction. Tim Michaels wants to be governor for 4 long years. But what matters more to you? His future or theirs?
Carpet City.
Come to Carpet City Flooring Center and get the toughest waterproof floors in the industry, where they're in stock and on sale. Rigid Maximum XL is 50% thicker and 30% longer, resulting in maximum durability, which is perfect for active families and pets. Not to mention, it's easy to install. Come to Carpet City Flooring Center to get your Rigid Maximum XL waterproof floors today.
Carpet City. Our prices will floor you.
A lot of people at or near retirement age are worried right now. And I get it. The market's down, inflation's high, and we don't know what may come next. But now is not the time to hide from your finances. Now is an imperative time to make a plan for your future with a second opinion. With the right guidance, a secure retirement is within your grasp, but you have to take the first step. So don't wait. Give us a call at 715-355-4445 or visit retirewithbushka.com right now to schedule your complimentary, no-obligation consultation.
Look, we knew the other side would make up lies about me to scare you. Now they're claiming I want to defund the police and abolish ICE. That's a lie. I'll make sure our police have the resources and training they need to keep our community safe. And that our communities have the resources to stop crime before it happens. I'll bring back manufacturing. And I'll pass a middle-class tax cut. And if that's too scary for Washington, then so be it. I'm Mandela Barnes, and I approve this message.
I think we can all agree it's pretty amazing that we get to live here. A cool start to our day today, then the fog lifted, then all of a sudden the sun came out. A gorgeous day with temperatures hanging out in the 70s, a couple of fair weather puffy clouds out there. They're not going to bug anybody tonight, and tomorrow we'll do it all over again, but a bit warmer across our area tomorrow. Right now we're at 74 in Rhinelander, a southwest breeze around 6, and a dew point pretty low still at 53. Over in Wausau, 76 for you, a west-southwest breeze around 7. Look at the pressure, 30.13, very high pressure in place right now. It's tough to get clouds of pressure that high across the Midwest. All right, here we go. Around the horn, temperatures in the 70s here, but there were some 80s across western Wisconsin today. That's a sign of what's moving in our direction for tomorrow and also on Thursday, followed by a cool down getting in here later on Friday. The average high is 73, the average low being now 48. Look at that record low below freezing at 31 back in 1924, and the sun will set later on at 7:26. And rainfall-wise for the year, so we're still slightly above average for the year. This is rain and melted down snow, and our next chance for rain gets in here, of course, over the weekend. And the big story nationally right now is the heat across the Midwest and the plains. 100-degree temperatures out there again today, and this goes all the way back to the desert Southwest, causing all sorts of issues for them. With drought conditions there as well. For us, though, we'll get a taste of this tomorrow and also getting in here on Thursday. But overall, then, things are going to change in a big way over the weekend. So tomorrow, I went with 79, but many of you could touch 80 tomorrow. Firmly in the low 80s for Thursday. Maybe on Friday, that could be a stretch once again. And then look what happens. Once again, the bottom falls out Friday night. A cold front's going to come through the area. Struggling to get out of the 60s this weekend with some rain showers around. We're in this cycle now where every other weekend or so we get this around where we have temperatures hanging out in the 60s, much cooler air with some rain showers. It looks like that's going to return again this weekend as a cool front is on the way. So our yellow brick road of great weather, and let's call it that, right? Because really the cool nights, warm days, lots of sunshine, that will come to an end this weekend. And if you have outdoor plans this weekend, it's going to be an issue. Lots of events are happening Saturday and Sunday. That could be a problem with rain showers across our region this weekend. Not tonight, though. Lots of clear skies across Wisconsin and also upper Midwest. There's just nothing going on here. It's all high pressure located right about there. And like I said yesterday, the air around high pressure goes like this. It goes clockwise, right? So as this thing goes to our east, we'll get on the back side of that beginning tomorrow, and then we'll get warmer temperatures in here after that. And we'll keep the fog around as well, with temperatures at night hanging out in the 50s. It's pretty humid outside. We'll get that dense fog late at night. So our forecast then tomorrow is going to reach for 80 to the north. Lots of sunshine across our region. Further south, same story. Maybe 80 or so in Adams County. The rest of us probably getting stuck in the upper 70s tomorrow. Our forecast tonight is partly cloudy skies. Some dense fog is likely again, with low temperatures not as cold cold, near 53 tonight, with a calm wind already out there now. For tomorrow, it's Wednesday already. Lots of sunshine and really nice. Some early morning fog, of course. Look for high temperatures reaching for 80. We'll probably stop just short with that northwest breeze around 5. And then looking ahead, your 7-day forecast by Northwest Furniture and Mattress shows a gorgeous day tomorrow, also for Thursday, also for Friday. Rain arrives Friday night, lingering showers Saturday into Sunday. Dan?
Thanks, Jeff. 1/3 of Pakistan is completely underwater due to historic flooding. More than 33 million people, or 1 in 7 Pakistanis, have been affected by the catastrophic flooding, which has devastated a country already trying to revive a struggling economy. The floods badly destroyed crops, and the Pakistani government is considering importing wheat to avoid any shortage of food. Although rains stopped 3 days ago, large parts of the country remain underwater. Meteorologists have warned of more rain coming in recent weeks. Popular e-cigarette maker Juul will pay nearly $440 million to 33 states in a settlement. Wisconsin is set to receive $14.5 million. The announcement comes after a 2-year probe into the company's marketing and sales practices. It found Juul deliberately marketed its products to young people, even though e-cigarette sales to underage people is illegal. Juul's marketing efforts included free samples, social media campaigns, launch parties, and using young-looking models in its campaigns. The current settlement will limit Juul's sales and marketing abilities going forward. A Stevens Point man was sentenced to prison today after breaking into someone's house. Justin Salazar was sentenced today to 13 years in Wisconsin State Prison. His sentence will be broken up into 5 years of confinement, followed by 8 years of extended supervision. This comes as the result of a break-in at a Stevens Point residence where he threatened a resident, brandished and pointed a rifle, and discharged it twice. Salazar was later arrested by officers with the Stevens Point Police Department. The Northwoods Habitat for Humanity and Rhinelander High School are working together to build a new house on Thayer Street. Ever since 1998, Habitat has built 23 homes around the Northwoods. Helping families that need a home is the organization's main goal, and they found willing partners with Rhinelander High. Student Braden Mork says he is excited for the opportunity to help out a local family.
I think it's awesome. We get to learn as students and we get to give back to the community. It's going to be a cool thing, I think.
About 10 students are helping with the project. They will get school credit for their efforts. Dave Havel is the executive director of Northwoods Habitat for Humanity. He says this is a great opportunity for students.
By collaborating with the high school kids, we can help them develop contacts for their own careers and obviously to help with build skills that they can use in the construction trade. So it's just a win-win all the way around.
Dave and his crew says they are ready to get to work. The house on Thayer Street is expected to be completed by next summer. An area restaurant has closed its doors without notice. Weston residents found Wendy's boarded up on Saturday with all the signage removed. This was the last Wendy's location in the Wausau area, and the closure comes 6 months after the nearby Burger King also shut its doors. No public announcement was made on the matter, and it's unclear how or when the employees received news of the closure. As school starts up, many districts are still short bus drivers. CC Gaines reports on how one Minnesota school is trying to fill that need.
Welcome to Bus 241.
Dave Herzog is more than ready to welcome back students this year.
We'll be welcoming about 9,500 students on the first day of school.
He's been driving for Durham School Services in New Hope for a little over a year now, coming out of retirement for a special reason.
Actually, my grandson is a student in the school district, and he didn't have a ride last year.
So Dave spent hours training, hoping to be a part of the bus driver shortage solution.
We all have played kind of a unique role in the challenge of educating kids these days.
Now that a new school year is here, school districts are working hard to make sure what happened last year doesn't happen this year.
We're in a much better place. We've been working hard all summer long to recruit drivers.
That's General Manager Clinton Holder. He says Durham School Services is offering more than most to hire drivers and keep the ones they have.
We're offering a $2,000 sign-on bonus for somebody without any experience, and then a $5,000 bonus for somebody with existing CDL experience.
That offer is a big hit. They already have 82 drivers, but are still looking for about 20 drivers to jump on board. While the cash is a big draw, Clinton says you also can't pass up their environment.
To be the greener grass that people are looking for.
As for Dave, he hopes more people will join the team so they can experience the same joys he's experienced while behind the wheel.
A lot of fun stories, a learning experience, but in the same breath, it was a great opportunity to serve the community and our children and our youth in such a unique way.
Libraries were founded as a place mostly to check out books, but many are advancing with modern technology. Coming up on Newswatch 12, we'll see how a local library is embracing the internet age.
Dear Senator Johnson, living on a fixed income, it's a struggle. I paid into Social Security and Medicare every paycheck. So it was a slap in the face when you voted to weaken Medicare. That would increase out-of-pocket costs. And when you wanted to let Wall Street gamble with Social Security, Senator Johnson, you look out for yourself and your fat cat donors, but have forgotten about us. SMP is responsible for the content of this ad.
Sue right, Jake middle, and on the left.
Yeah, I knew I'd win.
Are you saying
What's
something?
really happening over there?
I think you're on mute.
There's no substitute for real gaming fun. Go where fun lives. Old Chum Gaming Wittenberg.
One thing people realize quickly is that our homes are built to last. And right now, we are doing so many customized jobs with wood finishes, tile showers, and ceramic backsplashes. Our clients are loving the finished product. Our goal is simple. We want to get you into the perfect home at a price you can afford.
Let our family make your family a home.
Homes you can feel good about. North Country Homes.
Like most people, I bust my butt day in and day out. I earn every dime of my paycheck. It's the Wisconsin way.
But Governor Tony Evers supports paying welfare benefits to people who won't work, even after they turn down job offers.
That's a disgrace.
That's a disgrace.
It's a slap in the face to hardworking people like us.
Tony Evers should know better.
Tony Evers should know better, but he doesn't.
Tony Evers, our failed liberal governor.
A historic northern Wisconsin library is adapting into the 21st century. While people are still checking out books, many are using it for internet access. The TV Scott Free Library in Merrill is seeing a lot of people go on their computers, sometimes for Zoom meetings. The original brick library was built in 1911 and was funded by the Carnegie Corporation. In 2000, the library underwent a 3-story expansion, which makes it easier to offer more services like ebooks.
As a result of that addition, we also provide technical services for patrons.
Librarians on staff also help community members set up technology like phones and iPads. During the pandemic, the library started raising awareness about its Libby app, which allows people to download ebooks. It also saw an increase in people checking out its mobile hotspots.
Even now, we see individuals, they don't actually have that access point where they live. They don't have that infrastructure out in the areas where they live, so we provide them with those opportunities to get internet service through the hotspots that we check out.
The library also offers free Wi-Fi in the parking lot even after business hours for people needing internet access. We'll be right back with one final look at your weather.
Lake Casino and Lodge, you'll experience gaming like a king.
It's great to be the king.
Check out the 2-person Fall Classic Golf Scramble, Friday, September 30th. Mole Lake Casino and Lodge, where everyone games like a king.
I worked really hard to save for retirement, worked all the hours I could, whatever it took. But Ron Johnson thinks we should consider raising the retirement age for Social Security and Medicare. That's a terrible idea. And he voted over and over again to weaken and cut Medicare, driving up our costs. Ron Johnson even wanted to privatize Social Security, calling it a legal Ponzi scheme. Tell Ron Johnson to strengthen Medicare.
Come see the fresh changes Woodland Creek Furniture has made to its showrooms. There's an ever-changing selection of unique furniture, much of which is made at Woodland Creek's own facility right here in northern Michigan. Did you know we build custom dining tables, vanities, beds, consoles, and more? New nature-inspired accessories are arriving daily, from lighting and lamps to wall art and rugs. You are bound to find that special accent for your home or office. See hundreds of exclusive designs available only at Woodland Creek in Minocqua.
Think crime is bad now? Mandela Barnes would make it worse. Barnes would eliminate cash bail even after the Waukesha Christmas parade attack, supports amnesty and sanctuary cities for illegals, and had worked for a radical group that wants to defund the police. Barnes has a long record of smearing police while spending your tax dollars on security for himself. Mandela Barnes, wrong on crime, dangerous for Wisconsin. Senate Leadership Fund is responsible for the content of this advertising.
Northland Basement Systems is the all things basementy company. Basement waterproofing, basement finishing, basement structural repair, humidity and mold control, and nasty crawl spaces too. When it comes to basement solutions, nobody does it better than we do. Since 1991, homeowners just like you in the Northland have trusted Northland Basement Systems for all things basementy in their homes. Call Northland Basement Systems today to schedule a free home evaluation.
At Mo Lake Casino and Lodge, you'll be treated like a king.
Thank you very much.
Enter the fully stocked freezer giveaway now through September 24th. Mo Lake Casino and Lodge, where everyone is treated like a king.
Well, Jeff, yesterday felt like fall. Today felt like summer. Is this just the reality going forward?
Mornings in the 30s are so cool this time of year, aren't they? Kind of foggy out there. They're crisp. They feel dry air out there. But now, yeah, 80s are back in the forecast tomorrow and probably for Thursday as well. And then a big change on Friday, just in time for all the football games on Friday night. Let's go outside now and check on temperatures. This is right where we're supposed to be normal, right? 73 is average. We're at 74 in Rhinelander, 72 for Antigo, 77 in Green Bay. We're going to go for 80 tomorrow, and many of you will probably do it. We'll get some dense fog back in the forecast again tonight, and probably tomorrow night too, as the air is calm. It's not moving at all with that moisture in the atmosphere. And then looking ahead, here we go, 82 Thursday, near 80 Friday, followed by a good chance now for some rain late Friday night into Saturday and Sunday.
Seems like we always get unlucky on the weekends.
Every other weekend it rains, yes.
All right, well, thanks, Jeff.